There we go. Hello, guys. We're live. Let's see. We have Mind and Body Co. Sylvia Jane, Nunion, Texas on the back 20. All the Things Acres, Broussard Homestead, Michigan Daffodil, Mr. Buddy. Hello and welcome, everybody. Good to see y'all. I told Amy it was time to go live. She got up and left. I don't know what to tell you. It's just how it goes.
What?
I was like, I just told him. I said, I told you it was time to go live, and you got up and left.
I did not. I had
You
to go
did.
pee.
You got up and left.
I told you before I
Tigger's
left that I was
wife.
gonna
Hello.
Sylvia says she's organizing her house, and I could sure use
You can relate
the
to
help.
that, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing too. So I get it.
Little Frenchie. Homesteading with the Heberts. Good to see you. It's been a long time.
Oh, don't.
Starla, my crooked little homestead. Welcome.
God. I had flashbacks of Mac singing last night.
Is it equal or who's worse?
I don't know. That's a big toss up right there. Oh man.
Maybe one day Sylvia will come with Lippy. That'd be cool.
That would be awesome. Lippy and them are supposed to be here soon. We're just not exactly sure what days.
I texted Lippy today, and she said that they're not sure what days because they're still trying to
Iron out a house sitter.
iron out a house sitter. Exactly.
Icing and lots of power outages. Oh, Michigan, I'm so sorry. I know there's a lot of people dealing with the cold, and we're not one of those. Thank God.
I mean, we're talking about springtime stuff. Don't think that we're rubbing that in. We are enjoying it, but it's not to gloat by any means.
No, it's crazy that like some places are getting like several feet of snow, and we're sitting here at 7 o'clock and it's 72 degrees.
Yeah. Oh, the big storm. Prayers for you, Miss Lucy.
Yeah. I can't right now helping my parents with my husband. Yeah. Oh, I get it. Big storm coming tomorrow, actually tonight into tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Yikes. 82 in Texas. It's 72 here, which depending on what part of Texas, we're usually about 10 degrees different.
I can see what our temperature is.
It's 72. I'm reading it on my computer screen.
It's 72. It's right there on her computer screen. I knew that.
I have to turn the sound off on my phone.
Yeah, we're running the AC too.
Oh, man.
It's set on 75 right now, and it's all right. It's not bad.
Do I need to turn it down?
20. No, I'm comfortable.
Okay.
Dawn says 24.
Wow.
Minus 24. Oh no.
We have 33 degrees and rain. And over the hill from me, they have nearly a foot. It may get as low as 15. Oh my God.
Hey,
27 and no AC required today.
Sean was live on Sunday, and I wanted to get in there and go, "Hey, scene," but like just as a word play on his name, but like I didn't know how I would type that and like make the humor come across.
It's not funny.
It's okay. All right. Wrong again.
I was in Sean's live.
I was too. We were here at the table together.
It took him forever to see my.
That's because Sean is a great host who likes to talk.
He does. He reads
to
every one of
single person.
He reads almost every one of his chat. I've been gone to see my entire life.
Okay.
Wrong again.
I didn't fix that emoji. You can't really read the wrong again on it.
He's the only man
I'll
I
have to fix
enjoy in
that.
a kilt, except when he's on a ladder. I don't video that.
I wouldn't go there.
When he's first started talking about building the cabin, that's one of the things I was thinking. How is he going to do camera angles in a kilt? This could be bad.
Yeah. And the older you get, you know.
Stop. Really? God. Wrong again.
The longer the kilt you need. That's all I was going to say.
That's disturbing on so many levels. Oh man. And Sean in Alaska just put out a video. It's a short.
Oh, okay.
Or okay, correction. I may have just gotten the notification for it.
Tammy says, "Sorry, I haven't sent you the plan." That's okay. I fell. Oh no. Can we put you on the prayer list, Tammy? Would that be okay? I hope you're healing well.
Because I'm already writing it.
Yeah, I'm not at work. Actually, I went in for my shift on Monday, and I stayed. Yesterday was Mardi Gras, which is a paid holiday in Louisiana, which is great for me because I don't celebrate it anyway, really. So I had the opportunity to work overtime, so I worked it for double pay, which was great.
Sometimes gravity doesn't have its privilege. Oh man.
Welcome, Hans.
Brett, you're not at work. Nope. Nope, he's here. It's surprising that he's here because he worked Monday and Tuesday. He's off today, and then he goes back to work and works Thursday and Friday. So
yeah, so another 48-hour shift.
Yeah,
starting in the morning.
I do a couple of shorts a week. I'm uploading Friday's video now.
Well, only we could get on a weekly routine. I wish we could, but our videos wouldn't. I just gotta say.
Oh, you got it, Patty.
Our videos would not be as entertaining as Sean's probably because Sean has that exciting project happening, the off-grid cabin in Alaska.
Well, yeah, Sean has Alaska.
Yeah, right. I mean, Alaska.
Who can compete with that?
No work humor about kilts.
I got you, Patty.
Yeah. No work humor about kilts.
Gotcha. Four has the ability to show you the weakest link. Oh. Oh.
So I hate to rub it in now about our weather. Everybody's got such crappy weather. Ben's over acres. Welcome.
There's some kind of massive, like, cold front storm, and y'all, this may sound like I'm rubbing it in. I swear to God, I'm not. I swear. But this front is like, it's causing us some cloudy and windy weather because the front is like stalled just north of us.
It's drawing all the wind from,
so it's pulling all the moisture and the wind
pulling everything off the Gulf.
From the Gulf. And so it is warm and extremely muggy and windy. So it's almost like it's raining constantly.
Oh, really?
The moisture in the air is so thick, it's almost like a constant sprinkle.
Oh, the wind was bad today at Kiri's place too. Huh. So yeah, we were drying up pretty good, and then we got a little bit of a rainy day today. Not bad, but
no, we did get a few
I was actually able to mow. What day was that? Sunday. I was able to do some mowing. I had to stop when I was making bad skid marks. Nearly got the mower stuck.
God, do you have to say it that way?
It's what it is. Skid marks. What are you thinking? What are you thinking of? Tell us.
You're gonna sleep in the chicken pen. 43 in California. Yikes.
It makes me think of yesterday when I
cool.
was cooking at the firehouse, and this innocent guy walks up to me and goes, "Oh, that's some nice sausage you got there." I was like, oh, "That's what my wife tells me."
Oh, not rubbing it in. My potatoes are coming up. My English peas are up. My lemon tree is blooming, and tomatoes are coming up. Awesome, Tammy. Friend gave me some strawberry plants she removed from her garden, so today I planted strawberries. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Um. Oh, hey, buddy.
Cool deal, buddy.
um.
Work humor. Yeah, I should probably leave that at work.
Yeah, probably. There's so many things that I should be doing in the garden, but it's been so muddy. So I'm kind of allowing things to dry up. I did add some rabbit manure and let it sit because we've had so much rain. Our soil is probably quite depleted. So
There's these big black mushrooms that came up out of it, and I couldn't tell you what magic mushrooms look like, so I don't know. Might be those ones that make you see stuff.
I'm not eating them.
I'm not either.
No, there's way too many different types of mushrooms, and I'm allergic to some and not others, and I definitely trying to steer clear of any kind of mushroom. I'm avoiding that at all costs. Canadian's not here yet either.
No, is he still on vacation?
I have no idea. I hadn't heard from him.
I don't know either.
We need to check in with him. My garden is muddy too, under 4 feet of snow and 2 feet of ice.
Oh my god! I think
I can't do any mowing. I still have 3 feet of snow in the yard and another foot.
Oh no!
He mowed grass the other day, and that was more or less the driest parts of the yard.
It didn't even really need to be mowed. It was just
it's to help get the air down to the ground and start drying it up because it's terrible.
I like to mow because the smell. Call me crazy, but the smell of the fresh cut grass just makes it feel like spring. But it was so frustrating though, because beautiful day, sunshine, temperatures in the 70s, and it's still too wet and muddy to get in the garden.
Yeah.
Oh, that was frustrating.
2 feet of ice. Yeah. See, I can't even imagine a foot of ice. Because our ground doesn't freeze here. Like ever.
So those of you who are friends with me on Facebook or follow Broussard Homestead, I'm sure you've seen the posts that I've been making lately. I'll share this one with you.
Fresh cut grass smells great. It does. It does. It's the smell. There's something about that smell. Yep. It makes you think of spring and gardening. And I mowed last weekend. I mowed the snow out of my driveway. Okay, I used the snow blower to do it, but it's the same as mowing, right?
I made Cleaver's tea at the firehouse the other day for my first time making it. And Cleaver's is just that.
It's Velcro
a lot of people,
plant.
Yeah, a lot of people just call it a weed, but it's made a nice, refreshing tea. I looked it up and it said it's high in vitamin C and it's a mild diuretic, but it's got a cool, refreshing flavor.
I wouldn't know because he did it while he was at work.
That's because that's where I found the Cleavers. I didn't
find. Have some. Oh yeah, there is. If you go look, there's some on the north side of the chicken yard.
Oh. Well, you didn't tell me.
Hey, hello, Patty. Oh, Michigan says she's never heard of that plant.
Really?
I don't know if Cleavers is a northern thing.
I don't know.
I don't know. We call them Velcro plants because, like, when you're mowing grass or walking around in the yard, like the plants will literally stick to you like Velcro, and they just kind of they're real clingy. I don't know. I don't need something to make me go. I go enough already. Well, a mild diuretic is not bad. I've been having to drink more water because I've been dealing with UTIs and things like that. So I know that's my issue is I'm not drinking enough water. Yes, sticky weeds. Yep.
Yep.
All that cleavers I pulled out all those years, I could have made tea out of. Yeah, they're really good for you too, because they're high in vitamin C. So people that don't eat citrus, there are people out there that don't eat citrus. Why I don't know, but I'm not fond of oranges a lot. Like just eating an orange. I love orange juice, but I just don't like eating a plain orange. I don't know why. It's just I'm weird. But it's
Oh, yeah,
cleavers.
goosegrass. Yeah, I did read
Cleavers
that.
would be a good way to get the vitamin C in place of,
Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hello and welcome, Inisa. Did I say that right? Sharon, welcome.
Okay, how do you pronounce that? Is it kefir? Eat kefir and drink cranberry juice or dried cranberries. I do drink.
What is kefir? That sounds familiar.
I do drink cranberry. I think kefir is something similar to yogurt.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
But I've never.
Kefir. Yeah.
Okay. I've never tried it. We don't have that very much here. I've never even heard of it until like.
Welcome, Matt.
Really getting into the.
Good to see you.
Fermented drink can be water or milk. How do you ferment water? Fermenting milk. Ooh.
I hear Ohio is dealing with some fermented water right now.
I don't eat citrus really. I dislike orange juice, and the price of oranges is ridiculous.
Oh, I bet it is.
Oh wow, gosh. Do you have cleavers? Probably not.
No, I don't.
Trying not to drink so much coffee. Trying to drink more water. The coffee is starting to make me go much more. Yeah, I drink way too much coffee. I do too. Kefir grains and recipes. I've never made it, but tasted it and want to now. Kefir milk. Yeah, fermented milk is just spoiled milk.
All right.
I think that's why I have so much trouble with yogurt. I don't eat yogurt either. It's a texture thing. Fermented water with.
The thing about milk is, from what I've read, is the pasteurized milk that you get from the grocery store, when it goes bad, it's no good. It clabbers and just gets nasty. But
go back to snoring.
But raw unpasteurized milk, when it turns into sour cream because the good bacteria is still in it. That's what I'm told. What I've read. I don't like
sour cream either.
Kevin.
It's supposed to be kefir, I think.
Okay, but it's got to be.
Yeah.
Got to be.
I was getting cranberry syrup. It's like maple syrup made by the Indians. I'm hoping. Oh, that sounds really good. I love cranberry everything. I absolutely love cranberries.
Like a SCOBY. Interesting. I had a half gallon. I had about maybe
I don't like kombucha though.
Maybe a half of a half gallon of whole milk that was in the fridge about a week past its expiration date. Smelled fine, but I poured it out anyway. Because a week, it was more than a week past the expiration.
10 days, I believe. Not sour cream, clabbered milk.
Okay.
Oh, Sean's got to go. He's uploading. So if he's uploading, he can't be on here either.
Bye, scene. See you later.
Thanks for coming, Sean. I like sour cream with my Lay's potato chips. And see, I don't eat sour cream at all on anything. I'm not a big fan of it. But
uh-oh. Tammy seems like she's a fan of mine. She says she's going to keep praying for you.
I need prayers. There.
Oh, fermented homestead. Duh.
Oh yeah.
How ironic that fermented homestead would have fermenting videos.
Yeah. Y'all, my brain is scattered today because I've been focused on.
I think we're both fried.
Are you done?
Go on.
I've been focused.
But you remember, I'm just messing with you. Don't hurt me. No.
I've been focused on trying to get our taxes done. And oh my goodness.
Ooh, chicken enchiladas. That sounds good. Well,
I eat sour cream like in biscuits.
That's why we're
because I don't taste it.
Oh, that's another thing we did. We made the 7-Up biscuits. We used to call them Popeyes biscuits when we were growing up.
That's because they're soft like the Popeyes biscuits.
Right.
So that's what people call them.
I remember my mom like getting this recipe with 4 ingredients and it's Popeyes biscuits. It's like it was this secret thing. And it's Bisquick, sour cream, 7-Up, and butter. And it makes the best.
It does. It really is good.
So good.
I want to find a way to do it without the Bisquick because that's like the only thing we ever use it for.
I remember looking up.
Yeah, and that recipe that you looked up was caca.
Are you sure?
Yep.
I don't remember.
Yep, Abby threw it out.
But it was well, no, it's not something that you keep. It's a biscuit. Okay, so if you don't have Bisquick, a substitute is flour and shortening. Like you mix it together.
Oh no, this wasn't it. This was a dry recipe that you keep in a jar. It's like a Bisquick substitute.
I don't remember making that.
Yep, me and Abby did it, and
come to think of it, the one that I'm thinking of it probably has baking powder in it too, if I remember right. I'm not sure. Hello, Miss Lippy. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know.
Oh, dang it.
Hi, Lippy. He interrupts me and I lost my train of thought. Oh, no, Abby we did make it. We made some kind of biscuits or something with it, and they were gross.
Oh.
And I don't know if it was just because, like, maybe the baking powder was old or something. Older. I don't know. But it just did not taste right at all. It did not taste like anything made from Bisquick. So there.
Now, when I think it's baking soda.
Bisquick is a dry powder, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So why would it have shortening in it?
I'm just telling you what I'd seen and what I read and
so you don't know nothing.
Apparently not. Wrong again.
I'll make you a sticker or a temporary tattoo put on your forehead.
Just make a stamp. So
there you go.
Just stamp my forehead every now and then.
Oh, Lippy's been busy. Ask Lippy how you substitute for Bisquick. No, because Lippy's gonna have the right answer. There you go, Lippy. How do you substitute for Bisquick? Because I have not. I've not figured it out.
Beer pizza crust. That sounds good.
Tammy, I live with this every day.
Yeah.
And it's really nice when he works a 48-hour shift because it's awfully quiet here.
Oh, is that why you called me? We stayed on the phone for 3 hours yesterday?
Oh, shut up. No, some of that was tax stuff and I needed your help. So
yeah, because man, that stuff, oh my gosh.
Pancake mix without sugar.
Taxes and
seriously?
So what, we gotta look up a pancake mix?
I have a pancake mix recipe. Just leave the sugar out.
Well, I'll be.
I knew she would know.
If you want to know anything, anything to do with the kitchen,
no, or
the garden,
or your skincare, or like If you
As
need to
long
know
as-
anything,
As
just
long as
ask
it's
Lippy.
not digital.
Well, okay. Yeah.
Ms. Lippy will know about it.
Ever make pancakes using honey? I haven't used honey to make the
I've
pancakes.
covered pancakes in honey.
But yeah, use honey in place of syrup.
There's
it's
Allison.
amazing.
Welcome, Allison.
My husband worked on the pipelines for over 30 years. We are now retired, and most times we are retired.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, we need an Ask
Oh, look.
Lippy app. There you
3
go.
cups flour, 2 tablespoons, right? Baking soda, and 1 teaspoon salt. There you go. I need to look.
Yeah, see, we all need an Ask Lippy app.
You'll bear with me for just a second. I don't know if the pancake mix is in.
We need
here.
Ask Lippy hour.
No.
Like Buddy can't speak. All we do is ask Lippy questions for a solid hour, and she has to answer honestly.
I need to put my
Yeah,
pancake.
just don't ask me about technology.
I need to put my pancake recipe in this drive. I don't have it here. It's in the book though.
Okay. That's one thing we are working on is getting some things together for our channel members. So be patient. I am working on that. But right now it's tax time, and my brain is about fried trying to find all these, well, not find, but organizing all of our receipts. And
so here's what we've got going on. We have a Google document, Google Docs, and it's a folder in Google Docs that's all sorts of recipes that we enjoy. I mean, we're not just throwing recipes out there. This is recipes that we use in our home, in our house, that we would want. We've just kind of made a collection that we want to share. So that's what we're trying to figure out right now is how to share the link to that folder to our channel members without having everything in our whole Google Docs shared, because we have some private things in there too that we don't want to share. Brother Donnie prep for Eternity Homestead.
Henry's trying to make me hungry. He's sending me pictures of biscuits and recipes. Something is ringing. Did you not hear that?
When I turn my head a certain way, I hear a high pitch.
Yep.
There it is.
It's weird.
That's so weird. Like
I think it's the sound from the
dehumidifier.
I don't know. The Lippy questions wouldn't be the same without accompanied stories. I know.
True.
I know.
That
but
is so true.
It'd be like a 24-hour live stream to get through all the questions there.
Add a third cup of
Add a
sugar.
third cup of sugar to the above.
Yeah, but
makes pancakes.
I have this. Hang on. The book is right over here. And
The book is disassembled.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I should still be able to mess with it.
And he's gonna mess it all up.
Do it for the fun.
Allison said, Ms. Lippy, if we could only share our conversations, Lord help us. Oh my Lord. Yeah, don't.
Discord. I don't know how to use Discord. I have one. I have an account.
Recipes over a Discord and not chance exposing private documents.
I mean, it's not necessarily private stuff. It's just stuff I wouldn't want to share.
No, I think what I'm going to do is, if there's anything that we really don't want anybody to see, I'm going to move it over to my Google Docs.
Okay, that makes sense.
Could you make it into a PDF and then share it to them? I don't know how to make it into a PDF.
I guess what we really need is somebody who, who just can come over here and like, look, it's this easy, stupid, and do it for us.
I've seen the book. I feel special. The book is not anything
Well, it's a
Oh,
collection.
you're
It's a
talking
special-
about my book.
Oh, your book.
She's talking about my book.
Here we go.
The one that Lippy's talking about, my mom made for each one of her kids, and it's a compilation of recipes from my grandparents, aunts and
appreciate you,
uncles,
Declan.
members of the church. But
Oh, Google
included
Doc.
in it is
DOC.
included in it is stories and like handwritten recipes from my grandparents, and she even had my dad write one, which he doesn't write anything. He wrote down his gumbo recipe, which I already knew. But
okay, Henry's volunteering to be the guy who's like, look, it's this easy, stupid. So we'll get with you, Henry. There's Canadian.
Oh, he's still on vacation.
He's still in the Kakaland, whatever that is. I can't remember how to use. I don't know how to say that.
Kakaland.
Well, fluffy buttermilk pancakes is my recipe, which I say it's my recipe. Almost every one of these recipes that's in our binder, our folder, our documents
came from a family member
or from online, but it's
Yeah.
our collection. Okay, so the buttermilk is 3/4 of a cup of milk with 2 tablespoons of vinegar. You mix that up and you set it aside to curdle. Clabber. Whatever sounds not rotten.
Whatever sounds not rotten.
and then flour, sugar, baking powder, baking powder and baking soda, salt, egg, butter, and then
Yes, I loved the passed down recipe.
that sits for about 20 minutes or so. And you talk about some excellent tasting pancakes.
Doesn't sound like a vacation place I want to go on.
So it's in shambles right now, but that's our homestead binder.
Well, you say it's in shambles. I'm working on it. I'm putting all new tabs because we only had 5 tabs.
It's in the works.
And I really needed 8.
Wrong again. At least twice, Canadian. Yes.
Oh, all day.
So
every
the
day.
reason why
and that's been our new little catchphrase with each other all day long.
The reason
So I'm gonna start texting you it wrong again every time it's said.
Of this book. The reason why the cover of this book says Broussard Family Homestead is because we've had this for longer than we've been on YouTube, longer than we've been on Facebook, because we were on Facebook
The kids
a year
actually
before.
colored it when they were
I was
little.
getting there. So what she said. Go ahead. Tell us about it.
Nope.
Yeah. So we have 3 kids, and they were all kids, young at the time, and they each took a word and colored it
nice.
with crayons. So
She said, "You mean you don't read a recipe off your phone while doing a YouTube video and calling it a family recipe handed down or your own?"
But you know what I have done though? I have it's been so long. Like I'll go to make my cornbread and can't remember how to do it. So I watch my video and teach myself how to make cornbread.
I don't make a video of a recipe unless I have tried the recipe beforehand and it's good. And normally when we make a recipe, we usually end up tweaking something, leaving something out, adding something in.
There's a lot of times where
you have to kind of make it your own.
There's stuff in here that's just got margin notes.
There's a lot of margin.
A lot of them.
Well, okay, some of them
we
the whole
make
page
little-
is notes because I'm rewriting.
We'll find. I'm not gonna lie. We'll find something online.
Well, I have
All recipes is one of my favorites.
Yeah. Well, we have these little recipe cards that somebody gave us too. We keep the better ones, or the ones we think are gonna taste good, and we try them.
I'm gonna set this. This is all the stuff that's not in it right now. So I'm gonna set this down so I can hold this up. You're probably not gonna be able to see this, but this is one of my favorite recipes.
What is it?
Mexican cornbread, and that's printed from the internet.
No,
That one we haven't changed.
Well, Have we? I think we had cheese or something.
This one I can't show you because that's our barbecue sauce.
Oh, that one, the barbecue sauce recipe is full of like
Look,
margin notes.
here's a good example. Homemade salsa. That one right there. You see, we got a recipe online and we added to it.
It's another good way to make money on one's homestead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm kind of not talking about the intended topic tonight. So yeah,
Oh, awesome, Lippy.
We've got the cross necklaces. That's what I did the thumbnail because I made some today, and the little flower shop that Cheyenne, our oldest daughter, works at. They and we put them out last week for Valentine's Rush. The Bayou Homestead, welcome. You started knowing. Yeah.
I also have some that are on index cards handwritten by my grandma. Those are separate. Not because they're protected or anything, but I keep those. They're up in just a small little. It's a photo album that my grandma made for me, and it's got her handwritten recipes in it.
That was the last Christmas that she was with us.
Mm-hmm.
She made that for. Did she make that for everybody or just
nope.
Just for you?
That was just for me because that's what I asked for.
Oh.
She asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I told her I wanted recipes, and I wanted her to teach me.
I'm glad she liked it, Allison.
Some different stuff like that. So
yeah, I made a batch of the cross necklaces for the flower shop.
Oh, the Bayou Homestead is Bubba and Wendy.
Oh, nice.
I knew that was a new name, but I was like, that's got to be somebody we know. I figured it would come up eventually.
So yeah,
congrats on the new name.
I made a dozen for the flower shop. Yeah, I feel it's getting warm too. And I actually had a couple of Etsy orders that I need to fill too. So that's something I've been doing. I've been making those for 15 years now. A year longer than I've been with the fire department. And that just kind of
imagine the book company dealing with
we've been
my wordings on directions to recipes. I need a translator.
We've been racking our brains like, what can we do to bring some money? Because our goal is not money by a long shot.
No,
but we're understanding. We're getting to the point where we're understanding that in order, if we're going to keep this up,
the homestead needs to make something.
The homestead, if we're going to keep up the homestead lifestyle, which I really want to do, and sharing it on YouTube, then we've got to find a good revenue because we haven't been making enough videos to make good revenue on YouTube, and that's our fault. Don't get me wrong. We're no Miss Lippy's. Miss Lippy's killing it out there, but no insanity. Welcome.
I have so much trouble figuring out what video to make, and then it takes me forever to line it all out.
Then too, with me being the editor,
yeah,
and being at work so much, that makes it difficult too. So the little time that I have, I even considered not doing this live stream tonight because it's my one day off. I'm glad I did. I'm glad we decided.
We said not this week. Laptop is killing me.
Well, we've got little things like, and we don't want to step on toes, but we've been kind of experimenting with some seasoning blends. That's not to copy Miss Lippy. I'm saying this in front of Miss Lippy, and we told her this in person, and we don't want to do the same thing as you. And she says, no, you do it. You do that, you know. But we've got like various ones. It's like Cajun and taco and fajita and chili, and there's different ones that we're kind of experimenting with. Plus our
but I don't want to put out anything that I haven't tried and tested and,
absolutely,
and just kind of tweaked. And I'm still playing with that Cajun seasoning. It's not quite right.
That's another thing too. Miss Patty just brought up the business tax game. We've got a phone number now to reach out to somebody. There's somebody associated with the local college who helps people with like startup businesses, entrepreneurships, and stuff like that. So we're gonna call and get a consultation. We're
Yeah.
gonna see what might be the best direction for us to take to kind of develop and expand, or whether we need to expand or just kind of um, bottleneck ourselves into just a few
Yeah.
products or something. Whatever the case.
India, each family has their own curry spice recipe, so it's a worldwide thing. Wow.
Makes sense.
Mo's the only one that can translate Lippy. I can usually understand Lippy, and well, what was it she said at Rabadoo's?
I'm reading
Live bread.
library. You got some library? She blew my mind with that. I didn't know what to think. I was reading Canadian's comment there. Yes, Whisper, we have a secret barbecue sauce. And what it is.
The recipe is a secret because, well,
Okay, so I was passed down a recipe from my grandfather. My grandfather on my mom's side, who died a year before I was born. So I sat on that recipe for a while.
sorry, Brett said, Allison said, Brett, with your experience in getting injuries in your job, you should create a first aid guide. Hope you didn't hurt yourself this week.
The only thing, I took a little skin off my knuckle right there. That's it. Minor this week. Okay, so barbecue sauce. Whisper, are you local to us? Because that's not something that we can ship. So I got my grandpa's recipe, which was just a basic recipe. Tomatoes, just there was no seasoning in it. So I got that and I used it as a base. And here in Southwest Louisiana, in a little town called Jennings, there used to be, welcome poor boys. There used to be a business called Southern brand barbecue sauce.
Oh, and it was so good.
And yeah,
that's like my favorite.
They used a lot of fresh ingredients. And when we started making our barbecue sauce, it was shortly after Southern went out of business. So we remembered the taste because it was our favorite.
We still had some.
Sauce. Oh, we still had some.
Yeah, I still had some.
So basically, if I want to like pump up the story, we took on the arduous task of reverse engineering Southern barbecue sauce.
And it took a while, but
it took a few attempts, but I think we got it pretty nailed down. There was one lady who came to buy something else. We had fresh produce or something at the time. And I was like, "Hey, you want to try this barbecue sauce? See if you want some." I said, "I think it tastes a lot like Southern." So she takes a spoon, puts it in her mouth, and she goes, "That's Southern." And she left here with 5 pints.
Uh-oh, somebody's rabbit escaped. Patty says, I have a family barbecue sauce that also my parents told me to keep it a secret. Friends have been trying to get it for years. And that's the whole thing is we don't want it passed around all over the place.
After you get enough mixes, you can always make Bayou Industries as wholly owned subsidiaries together. Oh, like us and Lippy is what he's saying. That might be interesting. Something to look into.
Wait.
Trouble is that's a Hans up there. Trouble is I mean, don't get me wrong.
Well,
I love what Lippy's doing. I wish I could do it, but I don't want to go through all the trouble of having to like get the stainless steel and all. What am I trying to say? The regulated kitchen type stuff. I don't want to have to do all that. So right now we're under the Louisiana cottage laws because we're keeping things small.
Hey, Henry,
if we're gonna put, I'm sorry, if we're gonna put out all that, this is my way of thinking, my logic. If we're gonna put out all of that effort and money into something, we need to have a product that we know is going to work and go well. And I don't think we're there yet.
Cajun Blast is very close, but y'all's is probably better.
Oh well, I appreciate that, Bubba.
I've never heard of Cajun Blast.
I've heard of Cajun Blast, but I didn't. I've never tried it.
I'm gonna have to look for that. Cottage law is best until you can move to a separate building and then move to retail and distribution.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Henry was saying the LLC is a lot of trouble, and it's a lot of times it's more cost than it's worth. And that's what I'm afraid of with us is we're not really, our sales aren't high enough to really account for an LLC. I don't know. That's why I'm calling a CPA. Well, first of all, that's to get our taxes done, and she'll be able to answer a lot of our questions about what we need and what we don't need, and then kind of go from there.
And then too, we have some other small business contacts.
Exactly, Patty. One step at a time and evaluate the cost and determine if it's worth it overall. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm scared to jump in with both feet because I've done that before and burned myself. Just that's a bet.
Walmart Alliance, yeah.
What about Walmart?
To get that,
Oh, the Cajun Blast.
he's slow.
I've got like I'm trying to balance like 7 conversations here.
Yeah, I know. I know later on. It's just my brain is. I'm trying to organize what we have now,
Well, no,
so that we can build on it. And my brain is just freaking exploding, trying to.
I mean,
get
I'm not.
everything.
I'm not trying to discourage anybody. And what Miss Lippy is doing is working great for
Oh,
her. So
Lippy's got it
I'm
like
just talking
all
about
figured out.
our situation.
And Lippy has Felicia to help her with a lot of that stuff, but
Well, and our lifestyle is changing a bit too because Abby's 18 now, working on doing her
Yeah.
own stuff, and maybe soon, and maybe later, I don't know, but eventually she's going to move out and start her own life, like fully. But we're at a point, like we're at a turning point.
yeah, I know. Well,
Like a
things are
midlife
changing,
crisis.
and we're trying. We call it a crisis, but we're trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work, and expand on what works, and kind of take out what isn't working for us. And that's why that's why we got rid of the bees. I think we're going to be expanding on the chickens because, I mean, they're chickens. The egg sales are there. We just
That's another small business owner we know, Bubba.
yeah, and Wendy.
Yeah, Bubba and Wendy.
I did cottage at the beginning in Kentucky, and the turning point came in. I'm working with customers locally. Yeah. See, Lippy's got it going,
Well, that's something too that I think.
but she's been doing it for a while, and she's getting established. And yeah,
we've kind of come face to face with the fact that.
world.
Well, no, I already knew that. A
You're
new
old.
chapter. I like it. Yes. But no, face to face with the fact that we've since we have started YouTube back in 2018. So it's like it's 5 years. 5 years, and we're not doing great, but we're doing good. Anyway, we've kind of neglected the local community as far as reaching out and providing products and
Oh, neat idea.
guidance, sharing knowledge, that type of stuff. We've just been going kind of abroad through YouTube. What am I missing? What'd you see?
Keep talking.
A recipe membership? Is that what the one?
Keep talking.
Hatch out and sell chicks. So, really, the thing that the title is referring to, the part no one talks about. I mean, I guess you could apply like all the complications to that title. But what I really had in mind when I said the part no one talks about is if you've got a product that you're offering, know your product.
Good
Because
idea, Allison.
because if you're at a booth at a farmer's market and somebody comes up and they see, well, you've got a couple of rabbits on your table, and they go, tell me about your rabbits. They're rabbits. That one's a boy. Well, where's the conversation? Where's the knowledge? Where's the, you know, like for example, oh, I didn't have that prepared.
Downside to doing cottage food thing is you can't do cottage food and crafts on the same table. Here you can. We're covered under the cottage laws for a lot of stuff.
Low risk foods.
I like that idea, Allison.
Let me share this.
And be passionate about it. Exactly.
So yeah, so we've been raising society garlic for a little while now. We've got these little plants. I don't even remember. We got them from Greengate Garden Nursery, Garden Center.
I bought them for
when Cheyenne was working over there.
I think it was like $4.
So
$5 for this little bitty cup of these
and
things.
they grow like clumping onions. But a lot of people use them as just, they look like a tiny agapanthus, if you know what an agapanthus looks like. That's what they
yeah, Louisiana does have really good cottage laws. Tammy said, no offense, but share what you like. Amy, your texture and taste might be different than mine. Keep that in mind. Build and they will come. Yeah, exactly. I am working on the turmeric. I am working on the herbs and things, but those take time to build enough of a product to be able to ship out. Like the cayenne, I have quite a bit of it, but I don't want to sell off everything that we have, you know?
So I'm going to share this. So when it comes to society garlic, what I did,
you do that on our bathroom break.
We divided up these little plants and put them in cups to where we could offer those. And let me see if I can zoom this in some. What I did was put together this page of the facts that I learned.
I think we did that with the elderberry too.
We did it with comfrey. I did it with society garlic and comfrey for sure.
We did it with elderberry too because I have a flyer.
But I just put together facts about the plants, and those are kind of selling points, and just what I already knew and what I'd looked up, and just to kind of help to promote the plant, and it worked. There was people who bought those, and what we did, we teamed up with our friend Miss Wanda, who sells plant starts at farmers markets, and so that when we weren't working a farmers market, we could give her those, and we would barter for whatever that she had, some plants that we needed, and she could just take the flyer, and she sold some that way just by having the flyer. Sylvia's question: what is a cottage law? I don't remember what it's actually called. I have a link to it somewhere in my phone. It's, how do I explain that? Ms. Lippy, help me. It's basically low.
It's the laws that cover home canned goods, home baked goods.
Low risk.
Low acid,
low risk. So things that don't have to be pressure canned, no meats, fish, that types of stuff, no milk. So anything you would normally find at a farmer's market, like fresh fruits and vegetables, eggs, jellies, jams, and preserves, dry, like dehydrated foods, dry mixes, spices, that type of stuff. That's all covered under the cottage law. There's still things that you have to abide by, but it covers, like, as long as you don't make up to, I think it's $20,000 in a year here in Louisiana, then you're covered. You're within that law, and you don't have to have a license. You don't have to have inspections and all that stuff. Oh, Tammy, you want some comfrey? Ours, the freeze kind of hit us hard on our comfrey. So we got to kind of wait and see. We had 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We had about 20 plants, and I think we're probably down to about 5. Oh, Amy says she has some that she can share. We have one really, really pretty well-established comfrey for sure. And my grandma's rose bush, the old rose bush that still smells like roses, the comfrey is at the base of it. And I think that thing is really pumping that rose bush full of nutrients. I just say I'm giving the meat away, but the person is paying me to skin it. I like it. I like it. I know a guy who I used to get milk jugs from. They just happen to be full of milk. I don't know if it'll all come back. We'll see. I'm hoping you're right, but call it cautious optimism. Nanny Joyce, I see you there. Good evening. Don't be discouraged. You know the old saying, some of us got it, some of us don't, and the rest of the world wishes they did. It's easy, man. It's so easy to get discouraged sometimes too. Like I had some trouble this week, and some of it I think could be that we're on the heels of another memorial for a friend. If you weren't here last week, or you don't know what I'm talking about, Amy's good friend Karina passed away after a short battle with an aggressive cancer, and we did her, or we attended her memorial service on Friday, and it was tough. That was kind of tough because Karina has a little girl. Well, we only attended one, but right. There was 3 people that passed away that we know. And Karina's got a little girl.
Yeah.
Grace. She's our godchild. And she was such a trooper.
There's a variegated one? That's a Patty.
Is that Patty the message she took back?
She said a variegated society garlic.
Ooh.
I bet that was pretty. The only problem with my society garlic is I never get any flowers when Rayleigh's around because she picks them all off and eats them.
I think some of my issues too, I don't know about you, but some of mine is like the late winter blues. Like I am ready to do some stuff.
Keep talking. I'm clicking.
I have one person I share milk with, or goat milk. Sadly, the goat decided to step in the pail. Oh no.
Look, it is. It's variegated like the spider plant.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I may have to order some of that. Thank you for that link, Patty. Because
Nanny Joyce is still kicking.
A good pond plant.
Huh. Ours is doing great in a raised bed.
Yeah, it'll do great anywhere, from what I understand. But our ground is damp.
One day I was in the Burger King drive-thru, waiting to pull up, and I looked to my left, and there's like society garlic as a landscape plant.
It grows in shallow
water. Picked a flower and ate it.
It grows in shallow water. So yeah. Huh.
Cool. So like an iris then,
Well, that's
I guess.
that's probably why it does well here because everything is damp.
It's more than damp lately.
Well, okay. Right now everything is swampy, but um
You have to love your product. If you don't love it,
if you're going to
if you
reach
don't love what you're selling, then how can you get the buyer to love it?
right.
I've struggled with that because there's times I made some attempts at being a salesman for different companies, and I was not good at it.
Oh, we did. We gave some society garlic to Patty. Hope it comes back. It should come back. Ours froze like all the way. It looked really
It froze
bad.
to the ground line.
And I didn't cut it or anything. I just left it alone, and it's already coming back.
Rubber tree plants. Plant starts.
What's a rubber tree?
Is that thing that we took out at your grandpa's house before knowing what it was?
No.
When we lived over there?
No. I don't think so.
I think
maybe
so.
it was.
I think so.
I don't know what a rubber tree plant is, but that sounds interesting. He's gonna look it up. Is that an indoor plant or an outdoor plant? Could it be both?
Yep, that's what it is. I think Darlene's got one of those.
Oh, yep, they give them at funerals a lot.
Rubber fig is what it's called here.
Click on that where it says, does it need a lot of sunlight?
Bright indirect is ideal.
Oh, good. Then it'll grow in the.
That's an indoor.
That's an
plant.
indoor. It'll grow. The only rubber trees they have around in stores here are the ones for indoor. It's a ficus, I believe.
Yeah, fig is another name.
Whether
Fig and
comfort
ficus.
comes back and my garlic chives, etc. Yeah. Okay, it's a funeral plant too. Yeah. It's one of those you either love them or hate them kind of plant. I'm really liking the indoor plants, and I think that all started when
Speaking of funeral plants,
after Danny's funeral. I need to trim some of the older leaves out, but it's really pretty. This one's a year old, or a little over a year old.
well, since that's when we got it, I don't know.
Yeah, we've had it for a year.
Cheyenne's supposed to help us separate it.
And yeah, I need to separate it into two, but
That's a peace lily. I don't know what the real name is.
that's
for
my
it.
Danny plant, and you got it all backwards. I'm gonna have to spin it.
Wrong again.
No, I spin it every so often, so it grows evenly.
Spathiphyllum. I couldn't remember. Thank you, Patty.
But it kind of looked rough for a little while, and then I got the hang of it. But okay, after Danny died, Darlene had all these plants from the funeral, and they're beautiful, they're gorgeous. And she says, hey, can you take care of the plants? Because she was getting a new mobile home. And there was plants all over in here, and I loved it. And at first I was kind of scared because I was afraid to kill them all. I really was. But she trusted me with them, and I read up on each one of them, and I babied those things. Like one of them got a spritz bath like every couple of days, and there was one I'd move into the bathroom for the shower, like the shower steam and humidity is good for it and stuff. And they did really well. She still got them all, but when she moved into the house, she took all the plants back, and then it kind of looked a little naked in here. So now I have a string of spades up here.
That stuff's out of focus. I don't
Is
know.
it?
Yeah.
And this is a little variegated spider plant that we
I
took.
pulled it from the front yard last week, so it's just getting started.
Well,
in that pot.
it's kind of got some issues because the cat keeps eating it.
That's the
So
string
that's
of
why I moved it
spades.
up here.
This is a succulent, right?
The larger the pot you put your prayer plant in, the bigger it will get and will bloom. I don't have a prayer plant. What is it? The prayer plant that I had was Darlene's. Is it? I think that's the one.
That's the one the cat kept eating.
Yeah. The leaves were all like fuzzy, and he loved them.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but we didn't do coffee tonight. It's my one day off, and I want to make sure I sleep good tonight.
Well, plants brighten up the house, but they also they clean the air and pull toxins. The spider plants actually pull formaldehyde out of the air, and they'll pull carbon monoxide out too. So I mean, they have benefits other than they're just pretty, but I mean, they're pretty.
Oh, there goes Lippy again with her brilliant self,
Whole clothes,
knowing
around the
everything.
plant.
Miss Lippy. I'm joking.
I know. I don't know what her deal is. She's a strange cat. She chews on wires.
That's good though. Whole clothes. We have some of that actually.
I need to put whole cloves in my loquat trees because she's eating the leaves off of them.
Spider
that
plants.
one, she ate all the leaves off the top of it.
Well, what we did with the spider plants out in the yard, the live oak trees, they're huge, and they get these roots that kind of come above the ground, and so you can't really mow well up against the trunk of the tree because it's so knotty around the base, you know. So what we did, we took the spider plants and we took purple. I don't know what the real name of it, but we call it wandering Jew. I don't remember the name.
Purple heart.
Purple heart. We took those couple of things and then we left wild violets and different things out there, and we put all that around the base of the oak tree, and just let it kind of take over. Now, every now and then we have to cut down little oak trees because the acorns germinate. And what's that other thing that I put there? The beautyberry, American beautyberry. Put that in there too. Different things. We've got some ginger out there, and
I'm gonna put whole cloves all over my house. If I can keep the cat only in Abby's room.
Purple heart, which is
that one.
That.
Now you know. See, wandering Jew is normally an inside plant.
Right.
But here it grows, so we can put it outside. Now it is outside, but it's in the shade. It's in the shade of the oak tree, but it's really pretty. It grows really well. And it did freeze a little bit. It's got some damage to it, but there's already new growth showing on it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get another piece of that and put in here.
On what? I'm sorry.
The wandering Jew.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I've been looking up indoor plants, and that was one of them they listed as an indoor plant. I was like, it's around oak trees here all over the place.
I like to find the native stuff because it may not look the best, but I don't have to do jack squat to keep it alive because it just does here. I mean, it's native. What?
I put pure clove essential oil on a cotton ball, tuck it in my sofa, and Mr. Willie won't even get on it. Oh, it is on. This whole house is going to smell like clove.
Oh, boy. Lily, you're going to get your...
Look at her. She's in the dog bed.
Oh, she's in the...
She's in Chloe's car seat. My cat eats my couch. It eats my laptop cord, or any cord that you have laying out.
Look at her. Oh, I don't know if you can see that too good. She's in the dog bed. She's all curled up.
You have a camera.
Oh, Greta's here. Wait, I just used the camera.
Camera.
Oh, I'm not. No.
Yeah.
I made everybody dizzy that one time.
Thanks, Lippy. I needed that info too. See, we need an Ask Lippy app. Like Lippy needs to just write all these answers down.
Like back in the day, Ask Jeeves, before Google was really a thing.
That's what I'm saying. Instead of Googling it, we need to ask Lippy.
That feels weird. I'm older than Google.
You're older than a lot of stuff.
I did not ask for your mouth. I want to try.
We have Buckeyes that pop over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubba,
See, I want to try to
there,
grow some Buckeyes here.
Like, can we get Buckeyes from you, like seeds, and throw them over here and see what happens?
Lippy could write a book called Ask Miss Lippy, right? Lippy could write a series.
Like, how do you organize that though? Like, when you have that much going on up there, it seems like it would have to be prompted. Like, somebody would have to ask you a question, and you flip through the files and go, "Oh, here you go." Wow. Like, I don't know how you could
sprinkle clove
possibly
powder
put all
on
that
the
in order.
Material and then vacuum it up. He won't get on it for a week.
I know a little about a lot. I know a little bit about a lot of stuff.
Oh, Bubba said, "Come get some."
Is now the time? Well, I think that's Wendy, but is now the time?
Okay, it's like you or me in a live stream.
Yeah, I guess so. Wrong again.
Miss Lippy is the new Siri, right? That's what we need. Hey, Lippy. Said, "Hey, Google." Oh.
I'm gonna give me a sip of water.
I knew you. See, I offered to get you water.
I know.
And you didn't want to get it.
If I sit here with a cup, then I'm gonna drink it and drink it and drink it and be in the bathroom all night instead of sleeping. This
old
way,
people
I'm just
disease.
getting up for a sip.
Mm-hmm. OPD, old people disease. That's what he's got. To organize it, just set up chapters with general topics or make it one thing on every page so people can just pick it up and read one whenever, right? She needs someone to follow her around and write anything and everything she says down, right? A Southern Siri. Yeah. Yes. Homestead Lippy in place of Siri.
Oh, Patty says, "Watch it." I'm Brett's age.
Well, okay, but you don't look as old as he does.
I was looking at our old videos, and like when we started YouTube 5 years ago, like I was not this gray. I was almost completely dark haired.
Your arm hair is like silver and
oh yeah, there's no way you can see that on the. Yeah, I got lots of white hairs.
Drop balls, I guess the seeds because they will grow everywhere the balls fall. Interesting. Oh, I'm sure Allison could tell some Lippy stories.
I'm sure, yeah. I could tell some Allison stories just from being here and her Marco Polos with Lippy.
Yeah, well, her Marco Polos with Lippy are hilarious. Oh my goodness. The simple things that she gets grossed out about, it's great. It's so much fun. Oh.
So we're going to talk about boudin casings. A natural boudin casing.
She was so disgusted. It was hilarious.
if you want to be disgusted, if you're hungry and you want to stop the hunger, start looking up some stuff like natural sausage casings and imitation vanilla and red food dye.
You should see Bubba right now with his white hair and beard.
Bubba's gone pretty white too.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty quickly. Bubba's younger than me.
Bit of soil and compost with seeds in it. Guerrilla gardening.
Oh, I like it. I've heard of people putting like wildflower seeds in like a salt shaker and just like going through cities and like abandoned lots and stuff and just feed.
Well, that don't work here because I put wild bird seed, not bird seed, but that pollinator mix. I think the birds ate it.
The birds probably ate it.
Yeah. Wow. I don't even want to know, Lippy. If you like store made product, don't read the ingredients or Google it. The truth will change. Exactly. Yeah, definitely. Videos online on how to do it. Kids at some schools have done it. That's neat. That's a neat idea. But like here, I can't get any wildflowers to grow. I think the birds eat all the seeds. I put out dandelion seeds because Wendy Hardneck sent me like a Ziploc bag full of them. I fluffed those things all over the yard. Not a single freaking dandelion here. I guess our soil is
Soil,
too different.
dandelion only grows in a certain kind of soil,
Mhm.
from what I've read. Monica, welcome. We have a friend, Miss Lorraine, who her husband is a retired fire chief. He was my assistant chief, and anyway, she works with a school, and she is doing it's a preschool, not preschool, elementary, and she's doing a garden with her class. And I thought that was a really cool thing. She's so excited about that.
And Libby's talking about cleaning your guts out each year. I'm afraid. That's got to be hilarious. Whatever's going on between Allison and Lippy, I can only imagine.
Yeah, that's I don't know if I want to go there. Anyway,
garden season is upon us. We should be starting to plant soon. I think most wildflowers have to have stratification or go through a cold snap. Ask Patty. Patty, you're the one telling me this. I know it's the other Patty.
Don't look at your sheets. Don't do it even if you're tempted. This is, I don't know about this.
I'm so afraid. I don't know if I should like. Oh my goodness.
Patty says I think most wildflowers have to have a stratification or go through.
I just read that. Literally just read that.
Well, okay, so at the end she put Ask Patty, and I was thinking like she was doing an Ask Lippy spoof and about herself, and then I realized it's Patty with a Y.
Yeah, and you didn't realize I just read that, and it threw me off too.
Yay, wrong again.
Yeah, Allison said be afraid. I have to look up with dandelion seed. See, I don't know. I don't know if the seeds were bad or what. But there's dandelions that grow all over around here. In-laws. They're growing all over at in-laws in the rocky driveways and stuff. But I can't get one freaking plant.
But there's one difference that I know of. In-laws has only been there a few years. That was just like a farmland, agricultural land.
Yeah.
And then they brought in that.
I know. I watched it last night.
And then they brought in that whatever construction dirt. Yeah.
Fill sand and stuff.
So ours is nothing like all that.
It's good to clean out your gut. And she about had a heart attack when I told her it was that time.
That makes me think about the day before my surgery.
No, I don't want to be that clean.
Or after I got that bacteria.
You said to clean the worms out.
Or when I got that bacteria from the chickens.
Oh, God.
You talk about a full factory reset, top to bottom.
Oh, man.
That was no fun at all.
Our bathroom was off limits to anyone but him. Because he didn't stay out of it.
I spent more time in there than anywhere else those couple of days.
Dandelion seed germinates best when soil is between 50 and 75 degrees. Oh, well, that doesn't happen very often here. Need to be sure germinated seeds do not dry out or they all die immediately.
Ah,
Oh, well, that could have been the problem
that might. Yep, that could have been
because they were sent to me in a,
in a Ziploc, and they sat in the bed in the room for like a year.
yeah. So, yep, that'll do it. Should grow as easy as lettuce. Well, then I
So
need to
we
go
need to go
harvest
get-
some fresh.
Yeah.
And put them here.
Go grab some wish flowers because that's what we used to call them with the kids.
Yeah.
Wishing flowers.
But maybe if I put them in a pot, I can get some to grow. I think just. Huh. Okay. Oh.
I'm still unclear about exactly what's happening there, but it's serious between Allison and Lippy. I don't know when.
Yeah, see, we used to like make wishes all over the yard and let them fly, and they were everywhere. And dandelions were all over the place. And here, I guess.
That you talking about back in Roanoke?
Yeah.
At the old place.
How isn't they gonna remove us? No, I'm enjoying the back and forth conversation. I'm just kind of scared to ask too many questions.
You behave, young ladies. Hand on your hip, finger on your lip.
And now you got Allison trying to figure out what you said and mimic it. Hand
So-
where? Finger what? Never mind.
Mm.
Don't.
Homemade dewormer.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
nope. Mm-mm.
So hand on your hip, finger on your lip. That's something the kids.
The
Came
kids in
home.
preschool
Yeah.
and kindergarten.
So get in line. One hand on their hip.
Homemade dewormer. Is
One
that
on
a
the
thing for people? I'm laughing myself into Patty, I was visualizing that too. They did. And the kids all did it when they were little. Rayleigh still does it.
What was the other
She's
saying?
what, 10?
You get what you get and don't pitch a fit. That's one. I remember
Oh, yeah.
Abby coming home from school with that one.
It is for people. Oh. Hand lip thing. It's something that one of the teachers came up with, I guess, years ago.
I don't know. It's a popular thing now. Like all
Okay, I'll
the
be back.
teachers use it now. But it's
I got something in my eye.
they make the kids get in a line, one hand on their hip, the other finger on their lip, and that's fall in line, do what you're told. It's that kind of business. I prefer homeschooling. I'm just going to leave it at that. Hurricane winds. It got crazy here too. Strong winds.
Okay. I think I had a hair that touched my eyeball.
Oh wow.
Yeah, something. I don't know. Keep your hands off your neighbors that way too. That's why it was created.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had quite a bit of winds and stuff today. I don't know if I want to ask Lippy for this dewormer thing. So I'm gonna write
Maybe
it
there's
down.
times
Forget
you
what it.
shouldn't ask Lily.
Well, I'm afraid I'm gonna write it down, and then I'll be coming back over it later and not have like complete notes on what it is, and make some and not know what I'm getting myself into. I'll send you the recipe. I'm scared.
Wait,
Poor dog. She's got the sneezes.
oh, Joe, welcome, but I'm sorry to hear that. We'll put her on the prayer list.
Getting a tuna.
So Lippy, it says I traveled back in late 80s.
Keep me posted, Joe, and let me know how she's doing, please. Is it making it? Let Brett try it first.
Look, if I almost had a Lippy moment reading that. Well, I'm
What?
thinking, where is dumbass Colorado?
Wait, what are you reading?
Lippy's comment. It's Dumas or something.
Oh,
Her breathing got bad due to a virus.
oh, not good. Not good. Well, let her know that we are thinking about her and that we're going to keep her in prayer. Keep us posted on that, please.
Have a great night, Kiri. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate you.
Sounds like she needs a breathing treatment. We love you guys. Y'all stay
too,
safe, and yeah, let us know if you need anything.
Let her know because I'll be going back to work in the morning
Well,
for another 2 days. So unless it's really an emergency, I can't help you.
No, but I mean, he can give you an update. But
Right.
if they need, like, I don't know, grocery run or go pick up something, or I have you on the prayer list, Monica. Lippy updated me about that earlier in the live stream because it up in the chat. I'm pointing.
Remember up there?
Ice and elevation. Oh man. Oh, Lori just woke up to snow.
Oh no.
Yeah, see it. Oh.
Whoa. These explanations aren't helping anything.
No, they are not.
I'm still as uncomfortable as when I first heard it or read it.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Allison, for all of that explanation.
Oh
God. All right then.
Oh, so
make sure to wash your bed sheets each morning.
1 tablespoon. So is this is the flying shits recipe?
It just keeps getting better and better. You said you wanted to be part of our Marcos. Oh, man.
If you want your innards to become outwards,
drink that. At least there's not a black light over the wall. Oh, wait a minute now.
I mean,
oh, they sent her home early. Did you change your mind yet? No, I enjoy being part of the Marco, but I don't know if live is the way to go.
Yep, she's on her way.
Oh, come on, Henry. God.
This is really going downhill.
On that note, you guys can Marco me anytime. But now I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what I'll wake up to. Wow. You never know when you'll need it, I guess.
This
live is
turned into a crapshoot.
Yeah, don't go there.
Oh.
No. Nope. Keep Mama Bear in your prayers. She did send us a card in the mail. She wanted us to let everyone know that she has been thinking of everyone, but her internet has been down since January the 3rd.
You may have noticed that you don't see her in the chats.
Yes.
Mama Bear living on a dime and a prayer is the name of her channel.
But she asked for me to let Lippy and Patty Mac know. Well, she didn't say Patty Mac. She put Southern Bliss. But But yeah, definitely praying for her because lack of internet really, really stinks sometimes.
We need to send her something back in the mail.
I do, yes. That's on my list of things to do. Because if you send her anything, she won't be able to read it. So, um, okay, enough with the worms.
You guys.
Oh, Patty Mac is the name, right? Um. hmm. Oh, come on, Lippy, you're not. Oh,
We gotta.
that's not right. Let me check your phone. Okay, is this about worms? Oh, okay. This is for North Shore preparedness, but it's um a funeral fundraiser.
Okay. Let's see about sharing that in
Yeah.
the chat.
Do you have your boots on, Mr. Brett? Wow. Pumpkin seeds are good for deworming animals. Yeah. I don't think Lippy's talking about worming animals though. She's talking about worming people. Right? Turpentine. Oh. Ew. Turpentine on a sugar cube was what they used back in my day. That does not sound tasty at all. You should be sleeping. Don't look. Oh dear Lord, Patty, I love you.
All right. So let me.
Yeah, pumpkin seeds, raw pumpkin seeds. They have to be raw pumpkin seeds. Are good for deworming animals. We feed them to our chickens and our rabbits every once in a while.
I'm gonna share with you what Lori sent me.
Seems to be getting
It's,
pretty deep. That's Nettie Joyce saying that.
I need to get serious for just a moment, please.
Okay, trying.
Lori at Firefly Farm sent us a heads up. Northern Girl Hobbies on YouTube posted this. When was this? 8 hours ago. There's some links here for fundraiser for Sean. I'm going to share this. Share the links here in chat. In case you're interested in helping out. I know Sean, we sure miss Sean.
Yeah, definitely missing Sean.
So
She said, "Can you read it? It's too small to see."
Oh, okay. Hang on. That's the two links. I posted them in the chat. Let me go back over. Okay, there we go. It says, we lost our friend North Shore Preparedness several months ago. His children have reached out to the prepping community to share the links for his funeral fundraiser. Should you feel inclined to donate a few dollars to help out, here are those links. Now, some people feel safer doing GoFundMe, but if you send directly to PayPal, they actually collect 100% of that if you send it friends and family.
Yeah, if you send it through friends and family on PayPal, there will be no fees removed. Through GoFundMe takes what 30 or 40%, I believe.
I don't know, but after what GoFundMe did to the Canadian truckers, I really don't care for GoFundMe. Up to you.
Pinball talked about donating to settle North Shore's affairs. Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we're definitely gonna look into that too.
Oh, for sure.
And I'll pass that on to Kate as well. I haven't heard from Kate. I need to check in with her. I know she's been really busy taking care of her mom, and so YouTube has kind of fallen to the wayside for Kate, and that's okay. She's focusing on family and on life. So
Past.
it's pasta.
Oh man,
You
that's
have
good
to
stuff.
you have to pronounce it right. It's pasta.
There was something you said something before the live stream tonight that made me think of him.
The
Oh,
other.
You said the other something, and Sean used to always say, "Let me grab my other glasses."
Yeah.
It made me think of him.
Oh, Kate did comment. Okay, good. Yeah, filet. I haven't heard much from her, but she is staying busy. I know she's taking care of her mom, and I know she's enjoying life. So that's the most important part.
Good night, Sylvia. We're about to end as well. I need to.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to
I
go.
need to get my stuff together for work in the morning. It's been fun as always. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Spending a couple hours. Well, not even quite a couple hours.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Why you gotta be so specific?
Wrong again.
I'm gonna send you to Lippy to get dewormed.
Oh, stop it. Funky. All right, guys.
Taking Max
Next
Mom
week,
here in the morning.
we are going to be back on Thursday, and it's going to be the beginning of my long
Hi,
time.
girl. So happy. She said, "I've been listening." Kate is doing what is important, and I'm sure she misses everyone. Yep.
Watch out for the worms. Oh, you guys.
I got you, Patty.
Love it.
That's Patty with an eye.
All right. If you have any other prayer requests, we do leave the chat open for a little while. You're welcome to comment. We won't miss it. And if you want to send a private message, you can find us on Facebook. Broussard Homestead on Facebook. Let us know. So until next week, we'll be back. We'll be back on Thursday. Oh, that's right. Email. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. We'll be back on
for the dream. I mean nightmare.
Thursday next week. Our normal night.
Yep.
And it'll be the beginning of. I'm going to have 2 weeks off, so it's going to be excellent. I was able to schedule a vacation for springtime. Love it. And hopefully we'll be seeing Lippy and Buddy in person. That'd be great.
Oh, I'm looking forward to like some real like visiting time, because this whole taxing and bookkeeping and rearranging and organizing, my brain is like
I hope this time
frozen,
together
but
was
I don't
a blessing,
need a dewormer.
a blessing for you as it was for me. Until next week, good night and God bless.
We'll see you next week, guys, next Thursday night.